Welcome to Bowling Green, Kentucky, home of Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. We're expecting a full house, and they are more than ready to get things started. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see, the Kennesaw State Owls taking on a team from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's keep... Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Western Kentucky's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the veteran, a steady set of hands, Jesse, that sort of feels like a security blanket.
And that's big in a game like this, Reese. As a quarterback, I need to know I have a guy I can throw to when I get into a jam. Who can I count on? It's that guy right there.
Yeah, having trust, because I'm going to throw you the football when I trust you to run the right route, be at the right depth, catch the football. This guy's kind of earned that throughout his career.
Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw on third. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back open in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on second down. Now they'll run the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
And the Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. And the returner goes down. So the Kennesaw State Owls offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Back to pass, it's Bryson. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a run.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some...
The pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground.
The Hilltoppers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Dropping back, it's Bryson. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They're throwing for it on 4th down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Leaves it with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Got his man down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to get the first through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Smashes in between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. Off the play fake. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And it's picked off. Takes it the other way. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Coming out with it, it's Hutchinson. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Working the middle, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Makes a grab over the middle. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll run it to the right side. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. And now on second down for this offense. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Gets it out quickly. Tackled immediately after the catch. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put it.
And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. The 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, WKU. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. He's got it. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Bryson. Got it set up on the outside. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Give to the running back. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. Grabbed behind the line. It's Daniels. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Gonna run it. It's Young. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Wants to go up top. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking for a huge play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. This offense has a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Bryson. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Makes the grab down the middle. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They run the reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a catch. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae. Making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're just about ready to kick it away. On the move from inside is 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now the play fake. Starts to scramble to the left. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll give it on the counter. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. They're working that left side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. The give. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Looking down the middle. Hauls it in. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to move it through the air. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Hilltoppers have taken it inside the 20. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, we've got to be excited about what we've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Fires to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but the ball's incomplete. Back to throw, it's Bryson. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. A first down for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. A full dive to haul that one in.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Young.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime.
Western Kentucky, 27, Kennesaw State, 7.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at LT Smith Stadium.
The Hilltoppers will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. With the catch, it's Kent. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. They'll give it to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Handoff from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Trying to pick up a first down. Takes it from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. And the Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He's got great speed. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, punt, punt. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Second down now after the sack. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Dropping back, it's Bryson. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it. Make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
The Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Back to pass, it's Bryson. Finds his tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hutchinson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead, and the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And the Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He gets a block. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. That's reeled in. It's Moss. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got his man. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The back goes in motion. They're going back to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Line getting set on 2nd down. looking for a man. It's Bryson. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
At the 14-yard line. And first down for the offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Into the house. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Western Kentucky, 27. Kennesaw State, 17.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hutchinson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after three quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. The inside handoff. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He's looking to throw. Makes a connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quickly complete.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Hilltoppers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Topper. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Bryson. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They're trying to get to it. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down.
First down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Good enough.
They'll throw it on first down. He's got it.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Steps away to find some room. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Now on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Getting some heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moss. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
17 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. The give to the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. 5 yards away from another 3rd down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Nice move to stay on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
1st and goal, Kennesaw State.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Goes to the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's still 3rd and goal. Scanning the field, it's Bryson trying to get to him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Offense working from the pistol. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Hilltoppers will punt this one away. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to be quitting.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Dropping back, it's Bryson. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Gain of 9. Brings up second down.
He'll just keep slinging it. Coming after him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Trying to take it back. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, WKU. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, when a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Looking downfield, it's Bryson. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were down into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Gets it out fast. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.